Midmark IQvitals is a Windows-based touchscreen device that provides automated capture of blood pressure, temperature, SpO2, and pulse rate readings with a touch of a button. The intuitive user interface helps increase productivity, reduce errors, and simplify staff training. Before attaching the power cord to the device and turning the power on, attach all accessories to the device. First, install the temperature probe to its connector, located on the back of the device. Thread the temperature probe cord through the temperature cord guide. Insert the temperature probe into its well and place the box of probe covers in the device probe cover holder. Next, attach the blood pressure hose to the connector located on the left side of the device. Attach the appropriate size blood pressure cuff to the fitting at the end of the blood pressure hose. If you order the SpO2 option, connect the SpO2 sensor to the left side of the device. If desired, connect the included SpO2 extender cable to the sensor. Next, attach the extender cable to the SpO2 connector on the left side of the device. Finally, attach the power cord. The power input is located on the back of the device. Plug the device into the AC wall outlet. If using the IQvitals external printer, connect the printer to the back of the device. The device will automatically detect the printer once connected. IQvitals can be run with AC or battery power. When using battery power, it is suggested that the internal battery be fully charged prior to use. Allow approximately 4 hours to fully charge the battery. The charging light on the front of the device will blink while the battery is charging. To turn IQvitals on or off, press the power button on the front of the device just below the touchscreen. When the device is on, a green light will appear next to the power button. When the battery level reaches 40%, the battery icon will change from white to yellow. Once the battery reaches 20%, the battery icon will change from yellow to red, indicating that the battery level is critically low. Once the 20% warning appears, the device will have approximately 15 minutes before the device powers down. From the main testing screen, you will see several buttons and indicators, including battery charge level, AC power indicator, memory button, setting button, clear button, save button, time display, temperature mode selection, pulse amplitude bar, 4 blood pressure inflation options. The main testing screen also displays the following patient data: blood pressure, SpO2, temperature, weight, respiration rate, pulse rate, height, pain score, and BMI. Respiration rate and pain score parameters can be turned off so that they do not appear in the main testing screen. From the screen shown, choose the More button, press the Show Respiratory Rate button, and press No. Select Show Pain Score. Repeat steps and choose OK to save your changes and return to the previous screen. Once height and weight are entered, BMI will be automatically calculated and displayed. If you would like to save vital sign data to the device memory, press the Save button, enter the patient's ID, and press Save again. Once finished, press Close to return to the main testing screen. When acquiring blood pressure readings, it's important to use the proper size blood pressure cuff. To verify the proper cuff size for a patient, wrap the cuff around the patient's extremity. The index line, or white arrow, should fall within the white range markings on the cuff. If a patient falls between 2 cuff sizes, always use the larger cuff. Place the cuff brachial artery marker over or close to the brachial artery. For the best results, wrap the cuff snugly so that there is room for no more than 2 fingers under the cuff. Do not wrap the cuff over a patient's clothing. According to American Heart Association guidelines, the patient should be seated comfortably with back supported, legs uncrossed, and feet resting firmly on the floor. The patient's arms should be supported at heart level and kept relaxed and motion-free. The patient should not talk or move during the BP measurement. To initiate a blood pressure measurement, make sure IQvitals is in the main testing screen. There are 4 blood pressure setting buttons to choose from. These can be preset to pressure settings of the user's choice. Ideally, the initial inflation cuff pressure should be about 30 millimeters of mercury above the patient's systolic pressure. Using a higher pressure may cause the patient unnecessary discomfort, while choosing a pressure that's too low may cause the device to reinflate the cuff in order to obtain a systolic pressure. When a BP measurement is started, the stop button will be highlighted, and you may stop the measurement at any time by pressing the button. When the measurement is stopped, the cuff will deflate and all buttons will be enabled. While the BP measurement is running, the in progress wheel will appear. When the BP is complete, the systolic and diastolic values appear on the screen and a pulse rate will be displayed. To perform an SpO2 measurement, place the sensor with the LED light positioned at the fingernail. Insert the patient's finger, using the left or right index finger, completely into the sensor. If a blood pressure measurement is occurring simultaneously, place the finger clip sensor on the limb opposite the one with the blood pressure cuff. When the sensor is attached to a patient's finger, an audible tone will sound and the in progress wheel will appear. Once the measurement is done, another audible tone will sound and the SpO2 value will appear. If the sensor remains on the patient, the pulse rate bar on the screen will become active. To take a temperature, check the appropriate button in the main testing screen, oral for oral readings and axle for axillary readings, and make sure that the button is light blue. Remove the probe from the probe well, grasping it in the top blue area between the thumb and index finger. Do not press down on the area where the cord comes out of the top. An audible tone will sound when the probe has been removed from the storage well. Insert the probe in the probe cover and gently press down on the cover to ensure a secure fit. Place the probe in the appropriate location on the patient. Hold the probe during the entire measurement procedure, keeping the probe in contact with tissue at all times. During temperature measurement, the in progress wheel will appear. An audible tone will sound when the measurement is complete, and the patient's temperature will appear below the temp button on the screen. If there is a delay of 1 minute or longer from the time the probe is taken out of the well until a temperature is taken, the device will not take a temperature. You must put the probe back in the storage well and remove it again to reset the thermometer. To remove the probe cover, hold the probe as you would a syringe and press the eject button at the top of the probe. Place the probe back in the storage well to reset the thermometer for the next patient. A Fairbanks Tellaway digital scale can be used for collecting patient weight. Once connected, the IQvitals device will automatically detect the scale. The scale will be ready to use and will automatically transfer the weight measurement to the IQvitals device. If connecting IQvitals to the Midmark 625 exam table with IQ Scale, the table scale button will appear to the right of the clear button on the main testing screen. If either the weight button or the table scale button is pressed, the Midmark 625 with IQ Scale screen will appear. The arrow buttons control table movement. The quick exam button sends the table to a pre-configured position, and the home button returns the table to a default position. Press the red button at any time to stop movement of the table. When the zero scale button is pressed, the button will display the in progress wheel until the scale is zeroed. Once the scale is zeroed, a scale ready message will appear. Then press the weight button. The in progress wheel will appear during weight acquisition. The weight data will appear on the screen once the weighing process is complete. Press save to save the weight measurement. To access additional settings, press the Settings button in the main testing screen. Enter password 986 and press OK. This will take you to the settings screen where you can make adjustments to the device. IQvitals provides 4 blood pressure inflation settings. To change these settings, press the BP setting button and select the appropriate button. A numeric keyboard will appear. To clear the current setting, press the Delete button. Enter the desired pressure preset level, then press the Save button. This will save the setting and return to the previous screen. To change monitor settings such as volume, brightness, or time, select Monitor Settings from the settings screen. To change the volume level, press the Volume button. Choose the desired volume level and press OK to save and return to the previous screen. To change the device brightness, press the brightness button. Choose the desired brightness and press OK to save and return to the previous screen. To change the date and time, press the Set Date and Time button in the settings screen and use the up and down arrows to make changes. Press OK to save changes and return to the previous screen. The following settings can be modified by pressing the More button from the Volume, Brightness, Set Date and Time screen. Temp, weight, height, and table. To set temperature measurement, press the Temp button, then press the Degrees Fahrenheit or Degrees Celsius button. Press OK to save the setting and return to the previous screen. To set weight measurement, press the Weight button. Press the Pounds or Kilograms button. Then press OK to save the setting and return to the previous screen. To set height measurement, press the Height button. Then press the Inches or Centimeters button. Press OK to save the setting and return to the previous screen. To enable table functions, press the Table button and select Yes. Press OK to save the setting and return to the previous screen. From the previous screen, press the More button to change date format, time format, or standby delay. Press the More button on the current screen to show respiratory rate, pain score, and map. For more detailed information and a table of common error codes and corrective actions, please refer to the IQvitals Operation Manual. For further support, contact Midmark Support Services at 1-800-624-8950. Option 2.